Hi guys, I'm here to bring you your This Week at Axis video for the week of October 27th to October 31st. So we are now done with our 20 rep back squat challenge. So hopefully you enjoyed that challenge. You got a little bit out of it. That was not only for, muscular endurance, muscular strength, but also a little bit of mental fortitude, kind of showing yourself that you can do something that feels really challenging. And usually it's our mind that gives up before our body does. So with that, we are now going to be moving into a quick cycle that is going to establish a 5-rep max. So this cycle will not be based on percentages. Instead, it is going to be based on RPE. For those of you that don't know what RPE means, it means rate of perceived exertion. And basically, it's like a sliding scale out of 10 for how challenging and how exerting how exerted you feel from the movement. So for example, an RPE 1 is like you're not even winded. You could do 10 more reps. Like you've got a lot left in the tank, whereas an RPE 10 is like max effort. You could not do one more rep even if you tried. So we're going to be using that sliding scale, I'll call it, to judge where we are for the next few weeks. So we will be doing back squat, bench press, and deadlift like usual on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And week 1 is going to start with 3 sets of 12 reps. So for example, set number 1, you should be around an RPE 6. So moderate effort, you got like about 4 reps in reserve. So you could probably do 4 or 5 more reps. Set number 2, we're going to be about an RPE 7. So starting to get up there in intensity, but you could still do a couple more reps. And then the last set should be around an RPE 8 or 9. So you should only have 1 or 2 reps left in reserve. Those last couple of reps should be tough. And we're going to follow this RPE method through until we get to our 5-rep max day, where you should be at an RPE 10, or maybe you want to call it an RPE 11. Like you really just gave 110% on that last set. So on Monday, we're going to back squat, 3 sets of 12. Then we have an AMRAP 15 with 15 wall ball shots, 10 push-ups, and a 100-meter sprint. To scale for this one, you can scale the weight of the med ball on the wall ball shots. And since the wall will be occupied for wall ball shots, we'll scale the push-ups to knee push-ups. A couple of things to keep in mind with both of these movements. With the wall ball shots, if you are unable to get a full depth squat and or you are unable to hit the appropriate target, either one, hit a full depth squat and then toss that ball a little harder, hit the target, or scale the weight appropriately so that you can do the movement properly and get the most out of it. And for the knee push-ups, be really conscious of maintaining proper form. If you do need to have an elevated surface and do box push-ups, just talk to your coach. They'll set that up somewhere else for you than the usual wall. So that is Monday. Tuesday, we're going to spend about 8 minutes working on jump ropes. So this could be singles, doubles, triples, crossovers, whatever jump rope skill it is. Maybe you're going to warm up a little bit, get yourself feeling good, and then try to get as many singles in a row as you can. Or you're going to get your first double under, or you're going to get as many double unders in a row as you can. Whatever it is that you're working on, this is your 8 minutes. So don't just spend that 8 minutes sitting around watching. Make sure you are taking advantage of this time to really break down the movement and work on it. Then we're going to have a partner chipper. And as a team, you are going to complete the following: 300 dumbbell snatches, 200 med ball slams, and 100 burpees. Now, before I hear the panic, you have to split you can split the reps up with your partner however you would like. However, you must share the work evenly. So each partner will do 150 dumbbell snatches. So that ends up being 75 on each arm. That's not that bad. Okay? Each partner ends up doing 100 med ball slams. Each partner ends up doing 50 burpees. And you can split that up however you want. So maybe you and your partner feel pretty confident on dumbbell snatches and you're going to switch every 20. But then on those burpees, you might be like, let's switch every 5 so that, you can keep a pretty solid pace going without gassing yourself so you get frequent breaks. So you can split it up however you want. You have to finish all of the reps of one movement before you move on to the next one. So you have to do all 300 dumbbell snatches, then you move on to med ball slams. You do all 200 as a team, then move on to burpees. There is a time cap for this one, and you can scale the weight of the dumbbell and the med ball as needed. And if you need to scale those reps down, you can. Then on Wednesday, we're going to bench press. Again, 3 sets of 12 reps. And then we will have 5 rounds for time of 12 kettlebell gorilla rows, 6 kettlebell strict press, and 6 strict pull-ups. So our strict press is going to be 2 kettlebells at a time, and then strict pull-ups. So you can scale the weight of the kettlebells as needed. If we have to use dumbbells because we run out of kettlebells, that's totally fine. And we can scale our strict pull-ups to 6 banded pull-ups or 12 ring rows. Then on Thursday, we are going to do an Olympic lifting EMOM. So every minute on the minute for 10 minutes, you're going to perform 2 snatches. Beginner athletes, take this as an opportunity to work on your form. If you're going to stick with a PVC pipe or an empty bar, let's do 5 reps just to get more practice in with proper technique. Intermediate and advanced athletes, go ahead and build in weight as long as your technique is good. That is key. Don't perform sloppy reps at heavy weight just for the sake of going heavy. You should have proper form when doing these movements. So like I said, it's an EMOM. And when we do these in the EMOM style, use like the first 5 or 6 rounds as kind of like your warm up, building up to your heavier working sets, as opposed to starting heavy and carrying it through for the whole thing. Then we'll have an AMRAP 17. You'll do 50-foot walking lunges, so down the length of the rig and back, a 200-meter suitcase carry. So the walking lunges are with a weight if you can. Then you'll do your suitcase carry 100 meters in your left hand, 100 meters in your right hand, and 30 sit-ups. You can scale the weight. If you need to scale the distance on the lunges, so maybe 25 feet is a better option for you, that's fine. And then lastly, on Friday, we are going to deadlift, 3 sets of 12, and we are going to do an EMOM 16. So I had a request for a Halloween-themed workout, so bear with me here. I know these are a little cheesy. I tried my hardest, okay? Minute 1, 5 devil press. Okay, that works. That's an actual movement. Essentially, these are like weighted burpees. Minute 2, 10 goblin squats. Thank you, Tim F., for that idea. Minute 3, 10 jump scares, box jumps. Okay, I told you, bear with me. And minute 4, 10 American pumpkin swings, American kettlebell swings. You can scale the weight as needed, and you can scale our jump scares to skeleton steps, aka step-ups. I never said I was super creative, but I hope you guys have a great week of training. If you have any questions, reach out to accessstrengthtraining@gmail.com, and I'll see you throughout the week.